Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, big surprise, we're back in the, the Yamato. Now I'm not gonna lie guys, I've had a couple matches tonight where it's just like I've done really well and the team has just been absolutely brutal. This one is gonna be a bit of both, where I'm gonna do well, the team's not gonna do so much, and then they're gonna come back and surprise me. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys are ready, and we are about to make this happen. Now, first of all, Doped Wookie over there in the Alaska was in my last match on my team, and the guy named Swanee is also a friend of mine. So, yeah. This is a thing that happens occasionally. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. This match is going to be a brawler. This is going to be a rough one. And it's going to be fun at the same time. So hopefully you guys are ready. It's going to be a good one. Now, anytime you have the Yamato in a match, you have overwhelming firepower advantage, right? Generally speaking, that's just the way it goes. Now, pay attention to this Wichita here. Now, obviously, he knows who I am. He says protect me right off the bat. The Fletcher agrees. Fletcher is charging in to capture the base, which is the absolutely perfect thing that he can do as a destroyer. Oh, hello, Bismarck. How you doing out there? I'm gonna reach out and touch you. And of course, as soon as I do, the Alaska gets spotted, is shooting at me. I'm gonna go ahead and turn in. We get a very good first salvo. 16,000 damage done on the Bismarck. Lucky for him, he didn't get citadeled. At these ranges, he can easily be citadeled, let alone the, Yamato's shooting at him. But, Alaska, unfortunately, Swanee, you get away this time. It's unfortunate. But we do go ahead and take a shot at the Bismarck again. And just as soon as we do, the Adachi gets spotted in the base. Now, our Fletcher calls for help. And I'm like, Fletcher, you have an overwhelming gunfight advantage. Just murder the man. The cruiser's already behind the island. He can't help him. So it's you versus him. That's a no-brainer, and by the accurate fire that this Fletcher is putting out there, this Yadachi never had a chance. And that's the way I like to see it. Now, obviously, the Yadachi does get his torpedoes off, and he does manage to inflict half of the hit points of the Fletcher in damage, but at this point, Fletcher's got it made in the shade for the rest of the match, right? Wrong. He's still got a radar cruiser on either side of him, which is definitely not where you want to be. I say either side of him. I don't think the other one. I think the other one is in Edinburgh. Yeah, right there. We just saw it. It's in Edinburgh. But we've got an Amagi out here. Now, I need to apologize to this Amagi because I'm about to touch him in a way that I don't think he's ever been touched before. And I know I'm building up the hype. I don't normally do this, but all I can say is wait for it and aim the shot as best we can. He's angled slightly away. We give him a nice lead shot out, and come on, baby. Pow! Gone. All his health is now belong to me. And just like that, we're up to 61,000 damage done. I'm fairly confident that Amagi just lost his will to fight. At this point, I'd just throw the controller and go back to port. You lose that much health in the first time that somebody looks at you, it is immoralizing to say the least. Now this Wichita over here decided he wanted to take on a Bismarck and an Alaska, and it hasn't worked out in his favor. Now I try to come over here and do the right thing and help him out and give him a shield to protect him. Unfortunately, he is just taking way too much HE, and he is not long for this world. You've got 305mm HE, and oh my god, hello Bismarck. We haven't chatted in a while. Hold these. Wait for it. 25,000 damage. The numbers are so satisfying for Yamato, isn't it? Just so satisfying when you pull the trigger, just 25, 30,000, 60,000 damage. You know, just chalk it up, man. It's disgusting. That's why it's so, oh my god. Swanee, hold these. You are not going to enjoy this, sunshine. Yep, that hurt him. That hurt him for sure. He actually got away with it, though. We only got him one hit and one overpin, unfortunately. The rest bounced, which is a nod to the Alaska's armor. It's pretty good, if you haven't figured that out yet. Edinburgh, the latest person to feel like he needs to come out and say hello to me, is angled away from a Yamato. Did anybody want to know how that ends? Another 25,000 damage is how it ends, guys. That was a nasty hit, and apparently that wasn't enough to make him rethink life choices, because he's just going to sit there. He runs into the island, now he's reversing, and I was confident in the fact that this next salvo was going to take him out. I mean, we already Citadel him once. We should be able to overmatch and Citadel him again, no problem. Unfortunately, the game is just like, nah, that's 7,000 damage, fam. That's all you get. It's like, really? We didn't Citadel him? Come on. I mean, we should have Citadel. At this angle, he should be just getting ripped apart. Like, it's just nothing. He's got nothing. So then we shoot the rear guns at him. And just as we get ready, we get the front guns, and we don't need them. We get our Citadel again, finally. That dispersion was pretty disgusting. All three of those rounds, two of them were hugging each other, just holding on. Just like, I think I can take him. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I make a goof here. I push out, and about the time I start to move forward, thinking I've got this made, I realize, why would an Edinburgh go broadside on for so long? Obviously, torps are on the way. Now, luckily, with the steering gears and just the fact that I anticipated a little bit that this could be a thing, we managed to only take one of those torpedoes, and with our 55% damage reduction on torps, it's not so bad. Still not what you want, because that means I have to burn a damage con, and you don't want that this early in the match. But with a Bismarck around the corner and an Alaska around the corner, I decide it's time to start pushing up. Now, remember, I'm fully loaded. So anybody that decides at this moment that they want to pull around a corner broadside on is gonna get a paddling. It doesn't matter which way you think you're facing or I'm facing, you're not gonna enjoy it. Now, I am spotted this entire time, and I'm starting to feel some type of way because I should be spotting the Bismarck by now, and it's just not happening. But the Bismarck fires his guns, and that allows us to find him, and we take the shot. Unfortunately, they drift a little bit, but we still get 14,000 damage out of it, and you can see that this just is too much fun. Can you blame me for wanting to play this ship all the time? And when you see the economy section after this is over, then you're going to really be like, oh, okay, so it is possible you can make money. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Now, Bismarck throws it in reverse, immediately regretting life choices. I try to place the shots, and you're about to see that if you shoot the side armor of ships that are angled, like the Bismarck is currently, your overmatching ability is completely negated. Why? Because the side armor is the thickest armor on the ship, other than the face of the turrets, obviously. But you got that thickest armor. Oh my god. Swanee, have you not learned your lesson, buddy? Okay, but you asked for it. That's all I'm saying. Pow! Another 27,000 damage, and that should be the last time that we hear from Swanee for a minute anyway. Now, I have to back off. Why? Because, A, I'm getting pummeled by his secondaries, and they are starting fires, which is unfortunate. Because that's really the only big weakness of the Yamato, other than the fact that if you get its cheeks or its broadside, it is the easiest thing in the world to Citadel. But if you don't have that, fire is a very valid strategy, and you can see I try to hit his bow armor. Unfortunately, dispersion not on our side that time, 1,600. And it just seems like when I fight a Bismarck, bad things happen to me in this thing. It just seems like I can never get the freaking dispersion that I want when I need to fight a Bismarck. So you're going to see what I call adapting to a situation. We've already tested and found out multiple times that we cannot seem to get a whole lot of damage in the places that we shoot. So every time that I shoot him, I decide to change my strategy. Here I'm shooting at his guns and superstructure, and voila! We've got damage! So guess where I'm going to shoot him from now on? It's not going to be down into the hull, where all of my rounds are going to hit the water instead of him. It's going to be up into the superstructure and guns, at least until it becomes saturated and I can no longer damage him that way effectively. But if we can manage to take out his guns, that's an advantage for us. Now, he does start to power forward, and that's probably why he gets 4 penetrations through the superstructure there, instead of his guns getting knocked out. But, you know, I kind of had a feeling that Swanee was trying to do something dirty to me, and sure enough, he comes around the corner broadside on, gets a nice salvo into me, taking me down to 10,000 health. But unfortunately for Swanee, he is all out of friends and cover, and that's not going to end well for you at this range. Down he goes. And that goes back to the fact that our team managed to bring back the fight over there. We've got multiple caps. We're capping the last cap, and all that's left is this Bismarck. And my team is on their way. So I just need to try to hold. Now, remember, we were shooting up into the superstructure and into his guns, and while we're not getting the best dispersion in the world, as the horizontal dispersion on that was pretty disgusting, and it looks like we're about to be taken out. We've got less than 6,000 health left. I'm angling a little bit too much here, but I know that the Bismarck's 15-inch gun struggled to really penetrate those cheeks, so I'm not as worried about those cheeks from him. But either way, he gets absolutely walloped by the Richelieu, and we managed to finish him off, surviving with just 2,000 health left. Pulling off one heck of a stand on our side of the map. 3 kills, top of the leaderboard, 3,000 base XP with over 214,000 damage done. Not too shabby. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.